The world's largest volcanic eruption to happen in the past 100 years was the June 15, 1991 eruption of Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines. This is how the USGS, United States Geological Survey, describes the 1991 eruption of Mount Pinatubo. Located within the vibrant archipelago of the Philippines, Mount Pinatubo stands as a historical presence, both captivating and ominous. This stratovolcano, situated on the island of Luzon, rises to an imposing height of 1,486 meters, or 4,875 feet above sea level. Its location within the Zambales mountain range adds to its scenic grandeur, surrounded by lush forests and wonderful landscapes. Mount Pinatubo's historical significance transcends its natural beauty. In 1991, after centuries of dormancy, it unleashed one of the most powerful volcanic eruptions in recent memory. The disastrous event not only reshaped the terrain, but also had profound global impacts, affecting climate patterns and atmospheric conditions. The eruption left behind a hauntingly beautiful crater lake, a stark reminder of nature's raw power and force. Despite its tumultuous past, Mount Pinatubo has become a symbol of renewal and resilience. Its surrounding region has flourished, with vibrant ecosystems attracting adventurers and scientists alike. The volcano's proximity to the populous Philippine capital Manila makes it easily accessible for both locals and international visitors seeking to explore its trails, witness its breathtaking vistas, and learn from its turbulent history. Mount Pinatubo stands as a testament to the enduring interplay between geological forces and human resilience in the face of nature's might. How did one of Southeast Asia's most powerful volcanoes come to be? Looking at another contemporary example of powerful eruptions and deposits in a plate context, we can compare Mount Pinatubo with Cum Idwal. Part of the Luzon Island arc chain, Mount Pinatubo is an active volcano situated in the Zambales Mountains on the northern island of Luzon. It is part of the complex intersection of microplates between the Philippine and Eurasian plates. It is a volcano associated with subduction, created by the Eurasian plate sliding under the Philippine mobile belt to the west via the Manila Trench. Volcanism typical of subduction is produced when molten material connected to the complicated tectonics associated with the subducting slab rises through the lithosphere. Referencing a report by the Geological Society, quote, "The earliest volcanic activity at Mount Pinatubo is thought to have begun around 1.1 million years ago, but then ended several tens of thousands of years before the start of this second modern phase of activity, which started around 33,000 BC after a long period of dormancy. Eruptions at Pinatubo have a long history of being explosive and cataclysmic. Each eruption ejected large amounts of material and, like the eruption at Cum Idwal, covered enormous areas with pyroclastic flow deposits. Pinatubo's most famous eruption came in 1991, though this was one of the smaller ones in its modern eruptive history." End quote. Interested in learning more about the amazing nature of volcanoes and how they impact people's lives on Earth? Support us by clicking the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Now, back to the video. The 1991 Pinatubo eruption. Can you imagine living on an island peacefully your whole life, but a fundamental part of your life is coexisting with a geological god next door? I know we've asked you this question in most of our videos, but it's worth asking again and again because the imagination has no end in truly wondering what it would be like to live next to an active volcano. We've mentioned a few times so far the tragic eruption of 1991. Let's take a closer look at this volcanic event. Described by the USGS, the United States Geological Survey, as the most devastating volcanic eruption of the 20th century, June 15, 1991, will forever be remembered by the Philippine nation and modern geologists as a tragic episode of one of the world's most explosive volcanoes, which measured a 6 on the VEI, Volcanic Explosivity Index. Once more, referencing the Geological Society's report, which you can find the link to in the description below, A notable aspect of the well-documented Pinatubo eruption of 1991 is the successful evacuation of 58,000 people, which was made possible by the joint efforts of USGS and Philippine geologists. The second largest volcanic eruption of the 20th century had a significant effect on a region that was extremely heavily populated. Similar to Pinatubo, Pinatubo erupted in an explosive manner, producing copious amounts of gas, bombs, ash, tephra, volcanic rock lumps, and pyroclastic density currents, hot gas and rock combinations. Over 5 cubic kilometers of material were ejected by the eruption in total. This amount of volcanic rock filled some valleys and left others barren, drastically altering Luzon's topography. The top of the volcano fell into a crater with a diameter of 2.5 kilometers, yet certain parts of it continued to grow. The 200-meter thick deposits of pyroclastic density currents, or ignimbrites, were comparable to those found in the Pinatubo pit head tuff, but thicker and more chemically weathered because of the tropical environment. The gas production was just as remarkable. After injecting 18 million tons of sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere, a cloud formed that circled the Earth many times. Since sulfur dioxide affects our ozone layer, it is sometimes referred to as a global cooling effect. For 2 years, the amount emitted during Pinatubo lowered the world temperature by 0.5 degrees Celsius. What did the aftermath look like? Pinatubo's post-eruption scene was strange. It was both familiar and completely foreign. Ash-coated trees and shrubs, while acacia trees lay in grey heaps. The extreme strain of wet ash and ongoing earthquakes caused roofs to fall. Everything had the same grey hue no matter which way one turned. The majority of the eruption's casualties, more than 840 people, were caused by roof collapses under thick, moist ash. If the storm after the eruption hadn't happened, a lot of these roof collapses wouldn't have happened either. Over the ensuing years, rain kept the volcanic deposits remobilized and produced secondary mudflows, which posed further risks to the local people. Every major rainstorm resulted in damage to roads, crops, irrigation, canal systems, bridges, urban areas, and indeed homes. Rain-induced lahars affected far more people and did so for a much longer period of time than the eruption itself. Efficient natural hazard mitigation relies on a precise blend of scientific expertise and data monitoring. Additionally, efficient communication between scientists and public officials is crucial, as is their ability to reach out to potentially vulnerable populations. The prompt deployment of monitoring equipment at Pinatubo and the creation of a volcanic risk map by the PHIVOLCS, Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, and VDAP, Volcano Disaster Assistance Program, contributed to a better understanding of the precursors of volcanic activity and served as the foundation for precise eruption warnings. The risk from this catastrophic eruption was reduced by the base commanders, government officials, and civilians' commitment to take the appropriate safeguards. In conclusion, Mount Pinatubo's eruption in 1991 had profound effects on Asian seismology, reshaping our understanding of volcanic activity and its repercussions on seismicity in the region. The incredible geological event served as a stark reminder of the inherent unpredictability and volatility of geological phenomena. Through meticulous monitoring and research following the eruption, scientists gained valuable insights into the complex interplay between tectonic forces, volcanic eruptions, and seismic activity in the Asia-Pacific region. The eruption of Mount Pinatubo highlighted the necessity for enhanced monitoring systems and interdisciplinary collaboration among geologists, seismologists, and volcanologists to mitigate the risks posed by volcanic eruptions and associated seismic events. Furthermore, it underscored the importance of proactive disaster preparedness and risk management strategies in vulnerable communities surrounding active volcanic regions. Crucially, the data collected from the Mount Pinatubo eruption significantly contributed to advancing scientific knowledge regarding volcanic processes, eruption forecasting, and seismic hazard assessment in Asia and beyond. This newfound understanding has enabled more effective hazard mitigation measures, improved eruption forecasting capabilities, and better informed disaster response strategies in the region. In essence, Mount Pinatubo's eruption serves as a pivotal event in the annals of Asian seismology, catalyzing significant advancements in our comprehension of volcanic seismic interactions and enhancing our ability to safeguard lives and property against the devastating impacts of natural disasters. As we continue to learn from the lessons of Mount Pinatubo, it is imperative to remain vigilant and proactive in our efforts to mitigate the risks associated with volcanic activity and seismicity in the Asia-Pacific region and beyond. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Asia Inferno. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below about these magnificent geological events and how you wonder how people live and adapt to such scenarios. See you in the next video.